Gliders are aircraft without engines. They're constantly falling through the air. In order to stay aloft, they need to find thermals, which are the hot currents of rising air. In order to get up to altitude, they need to be towed up behind an aircraft, or they can be winch launched. At Narrogin, we choose to aerotow.
The Narrogin Gliding Club, as my memory goes, started in about 1964, mainly because one of the foundation president was very interested from his trips to the Cunderdin Gliding Club, and at the time he wondered whether a club could be started in Narrogin.
Got involved with gliding because I just liked aeroplanes and liked anything that flew, and a friend asked me to come down here for a ride and have a look at the gliding club one day in 1975, and I came back the next weekend and joined the club, and I've been flying here ever since.
A number of years ago my husband retired from commercial flying, and he was missing flying, and he said to me, we should take up flying, and I said, we? And he said, yes. He said, I think you'd enjoy it. So I came down to Narrogin Gliding Club, liked the atmosphere, and I joined the club first, and 3 months later I'd gone solo and he decided to join, and I've just enjoyed flying ever since, and I've been flying for 9 years.
Well, I think it's important, you know, for people that fly. It's real important. It's probably one of the most important things in the world. I mean, I don't know what I would do if I couldn't come flying and fly the gliders. I just love to do it. It's a real rewarding sort of a sport and a thing to do. I mean, I go up and stay up there for 4 or 5 hours or whatever it might be, and it's all because I can. And it's nice to be up there, and you might even switch the master switch off, and there's no radio, there's no noise, there's no anything, and as far as you're concerned, you're on the top of the world, and it's just so good. It's hard to explain. Unless you've done it, you don't really understand it.
Well, you get up there in the sky and it's just peaceful. You're in charge of something that really I never thought I would be able to fly, never to be able to do that, and I do it solo, and it's just something that I enjoy.
One thing, if you like roller coasters or anything exciting like that, this is definitely something you should consider getting into. You can actually do aerobatics in some of these gliders. There's a lot of different stunts you can do after you've got a bit more practice. One of the first aerobatic stunts you can do, which I think is a lot of fun, is called a loop. And you're flying along, and you've done your checks to make sure your seatbelts are done up, that sort of stuff. And so you're gliding along at, say, 55 knots, and then you nosedive the plane, build up to 90 knots, and then you do a full loop, and you get upside down, and then you keep on going around. And that is a lot of fun.
Amongst each other, we help each other. If I go over to the eastern states and I'm looking for a ride somewhere, I've only got to turn up at a gliding club and I get treated just like one of their members. I fly on whatever their club rates are, and we have reciprocal agreements with people that come to us. So within our own gliding fraternity, we look after each other, for sure.
Unlike other aircraft, gliders have to be pushed around, so everybody has to help everybody else, and it's just a good atmosphere. And we've got people here that from Esperance, from Albany. I live in Australind, different people live in Mandurah, so it's a good cross-section of people.
Well, I only travel from Perth, which is 200 kilometres, but one of the other fellows in the club comes up from Esperance, and I think that's about a 6-hour drive or something, or more. He don't think a whole lot about that because he loves to fly. People say, oh, I wouldn't drive that far, or that's a long way to go, but you know, over the years of doing this and flying, I don't even notice how far it is to drive. I just do it because that's what I need to do what I really want to do. So I enjoy it. The driving doesn't mean anything.